Remix.
Got me like zoning, running and jumping and flying over oceans, spreading my wings, coasting in devotion, with heavenly beings through the cosmos, and all of the things that you're saying are mysterious, and I'm mystery no more, trying to wait no more, I've been serious. You got me to the point people saying I'm delirious, gone out of my mind. You got me going out the atmosphere, my dear. Gone off the atlas, my mind done flown off the axis. I can't be found, you gone off the chat list. I'm out there, Isla, posted in the pyramids. I'm flying higher and higher, on my way to Sirius. Y'all's domain, we brain victorious. The beat so plush, sound luxurious. And I be single, the whole body full of life. When we bumping and singing, the whole party be feeling right, right? Bumping and tingles, whole body be feeling bright. Let's continue on to somebody. You got me gone, I don't know why. You got me floating through the sky. You got me stuck, I don't know what. You got me gone. You got me gone, I don't know how. You got me vibing to this sound. You got me stuck, I don't know what. You got me gone. You got me gone. Even trance, you got me straight dazing. Type of love to make me say you got me going crazy. So amazing, yo, it's so amazing. I'm floating away with grace meditation. All of the things people saying also mystical. And I'm free no more chilling with those I'm doing rituals. You got me open, Holy Spirit, to the miracles. Gone out of my mind. You got me going through the quasars. I can't be found, I'm so off the radar. Traveling to six moons and them great stars. Deep in the bliss.com, nigga, Tamar. Aurora Borealis, straight to Shambhala. Praises to the Most High, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Astral traveling, spiraling to Addis Ababa. On the holy grounds, making rounds around the Kaaba. All of my homies be like, B, you don't kick it no more. Either on the jetty or in the Medi, under the sycamore. Tapping into the Bora mothership is showing it don't take couple of steady to see the ship is cyclical. You got me going and flowing and flow into the ice. You got me open and focusing my inner eye. So good, so good. You got me going and flowing and flow into the ice. You got me open and focusing my inner eye. So good, so good. You got me gone, I don't know why. You got me flow into the sky. You got me stuck, I don't know what. You got me gone. You got me gone, I don't know how. You got me vibing to this sound. You got me stuck, I don't know what. You got me gone. You got me gone. You got me going and flowing and floating into the ice. You got me open and focusing my inner eye. You got me going and flowing and floating to the ice. You got me open and focusing my inner eye. So gone, so gone.
Gone, yay. Come with me, baby, I got so many things to show ya. See the world through the eyes of a peaceful soldier. You got me going like the Mars rover. I'm just getting started, baby, this is far from over.
You got me going and flow into the ice. You got me open and focusing my inner eye. So
we don't need no fast car to go far. Our love galactic like planets, comets, and quasars. Illuminated reflections, sun, moon, stars. A serious connection, sticky like La Brea tar. I smell that sweet sensual fragrance around your neck. You pull your hair back and make me bust a slight sweat. I keep my cool, I ain't no fool, this is the lover's game. You feel me too, we keep it true, check out my Cupid aim. Every time we spend time, it's like the first time. When you are gone, it's like I can't get you out my mind. Yeah, you fine, but that's not why I'm gone, cutie. Whether soulmate or twin flame, we were meant to be. Focus your energy, let my voice soothe thee. From your roots all the way up to ecstasy. I'm in my yacht, and that's what we'll forever be. Living on vibrational energy.
You got me gone, I don't know why. You got me floating through the sky. You got me stuck, I don't know what. You got me gone. You got me gone, I don't know how. You got me vibing to this sound. You got me stuck, I don't know what. You got me gone.
Alternative thinking. I guarantee to alter your thinking. I guarantee to alter your thinking. Let's build something new, you and I. There's nothing to it if we all give it a try. Endless possibilities is our reality. Favorable results is the fruit-bearing seed. We all need to cooperate in a spirit motivated by a positive mental attitude. Expanding our success consciousness, longitude and attitude. Prove we have what it takes to make it. Discipline and self-determination. I'm down. Who's with me? Let's be the next heroes of our communities. The recently most talked about of the century. There's a place I know I was destined to be. To take hold of strongholds and shape life existing. I guarantee to alter your thinking. I guarantee to alter your thinking. I guarantee to alter your thinking. We guarantee to alter your thinking. We guarantee to alter your thinking. That's why I'm willing to stake my whole existence on bringing my goals to fruition. It's my mountain, I'll climb it. You'll either see me at the top waving or dead on the sidelines. I'm trying, never deny my place. We're not being productive, these are bitter tastes. Won't be satisfied with results mediocre. And when my goals are reached, I extend my reach to teach myself to free my mind. I am the one who believes in it. As a man has so calculated within himself, so is he. Please be the one who inspires me or leave me. Greatness is my call and I feel it post from within. 10 men with the heart of a 10 man couldn't stop my yearning for earning. Our doubts, the flames of my burning desire crystallize into reality. With alternative thinking, I guarantee to alter your thinking. I guarantee to alter your thinking. We guarantee to alter your thinking. We guarantee to alter your thinking. You think big, well I think bigger. It's time to break free, that which brings us much closer to reality. If not, I'll live my whole life in dreams. Pure imagination, but possessing enough willpower to change these nations. Don't think like sinners, or rectify. Make us all think like winners. Elect me, don't hate me, love me, and learn from me. I guarantee, magically, I guarantee to alter your thinking. I guarantee to alter your thinking. I guarantee to alter your thinking. We guarantee to alter your thinking. We guarantee to alter your thinking. Would you believe I just altered your thinking? Would you believe we just altered your thinking? I guarantee to alter your thinking. We guarantee to alter your thinking.
All right. Hopefully we've sorted out our technical challenges here on Sound Synchronicity. It's always an adventure when dealing with internet radio and wireless technology. That track there was our good brother Gagnez, entitled Alternative Thinking. He guarantees to alter our thinking, no doubt. And prior to that, we had with the track called Gone from our good brother Bilal Samadhi, featuring brother Gagnez. So this brother's obviously been very creative, keeping it beautiful. So giving thanks to all the listeners, my man Rich Bella in the chat room, helping us out, making sure that listeners out there can actually tune in to what we're attempting to do here on Sound Synchronicity. So we give thanks for the support coming from all directions. At the top of the show, I was talking about the proto-telepathy of the Internet. Obviously, we don't want to rely on proto-telepathy for our communication. We want to make the shift into authentic telepathy, which each of us have the capacity to use. So we're going to use this as a transitional tool. So we certainly, again, give thanks for you tuning in to Sound Synchronicity on Now Time Radio. My brother Gagnez, you're in the house. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate it. Much appreciation. Thanks for having me, brother Mikuak. Happy to be here. Happy to put that link out to my Twitter list and all my Facebook family.
Okay. Family.
Yep.
Most definitely. But I tell you what I want to do, because I know I was coming in and out when I was reading the energy for the day. So I like to always set the tone. I want to make sure that it does come across so people can actually hear it and receive it. So with that, I'm just going to say that today, according to natural time, the dream spell count, which is an alternative perspective on timing as we're altering our thinking, today is called Kin 169. It's referred to as the red cosmic moon, and the energy for the day states, I endure in order to purify, transcending flow. I seal the process of universal water with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of space. There's a lot in that, man, because you flowing right there, first of all, and we're enduring this technical mishap in order to continue to purify our consciousness by raising the vibration. There's a lot happening in that. So we're in this flow, we're in this creative energy, and just certainly giving thanks. And I'd like to also point out to people that this calendar that we're referring to is referred to as the 13-moon calendar, because it's literally 13 moons, 28 days for each moon. When you do the math on that, 13 times 28 is 364, which is a very perfected flow as far as time as a frequency is concerned. So you find, compared with the Gregorian calendar, where one month has 28 days, and then every 4 years 29, and the others are 30 and 31, kind of here and there, sporadically, there's a different type of a frequency that's actually created. So when you're considering building a house, you want to have an exact measure. You don't want to have an erratic measure, otherwise your foundation is going to be erratic. Now, we can certainly see from the ways of the world that's been based on this Gregorian commercial timing system for so many years, it's really based in tax collection. That's the origin of the global civil standard that we call the Gregorian calendar. It's tax collection calendars of Julian Rome, Julius Caesar. So here we find ourselves at this most important, pivotal moment of shifting consciousness, where we've been so blessed and so fortunate with people who've come to this planet to help clarify and alter our thinking. So I'm just so grateful that we can continue that flow of energy tonight with our good brother Gagnez. Now, just let me ask you a question. Let's just go right into it. How is it that you got involved with Brother Bilal on that first track, Gone? I'm loving your verse in that, by the way.
You know, I grew up listening to his music and his brothers and, you know, all my sisters, and growing up, and a lot of the young people in our neighborhood knew them when they were, you know, with the former group, growing up, the Boys. And so, you know, I always thought those are some cool brothers doing their thing, and they were young and making music at a young age. And so, you know, it's just a lot. It's just like a lot of things and a lot of people. When I was younger, I always thought, I'll meet that cat one day, you know. And we were at a conference in Long Beach, Leaders Causing Leaders, and I met him there. And Brother Rich Bella introduced me to Bilal, and from there, you know, we said, hey, we got to build one day. So we talked on Facebook, and what's interesting about that track is he sent it to me, and I listened to it, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta be on this. I gotta put a verse on this, and I recorded it with a professional recording app on my iPad, and I sent it back to him, and he mixed it. So, we do have these hiccups sometimes with technology, but it also shows that we can collaborate with others using it, and that's exactly what we did. And it was just, like we were in the studio together recording it. But it's a very powerful song. It has a lot of powerful harmonics and good energy in it. And when we first did it, it was almost like I wasn't a part of the song. Like, I listened to it so much, like it could have been anybody. And I was just, real happy and feeling real blessed to be a part of that project.
Absolutely. Well, I know anything coming from the Sons of Light, from Sunland Music, from our brother Bilal Samadi, is definitely going to be high resonance for sure. So totally appreciate hearing you on a track with my brother Bilal. It's always a blessing, and I want to let people out there know that they can actually check this song out. I'm going to put it in the chat room as well, but they can go ahead and download a copy of that track just to have it in their own collection and support the brother's good music by checking out his Bandcamp page, bilalsamadhi.bandcamp.com. It's on the String Theory album. I love that title because I know he produced that album based around guitar. Each of the songs were initiated using guitar, so I thought that was a brilliant idea. So it's a real pleasure to see you show up on that track, number 6, entitled Gone. So the other song, now, Alternative Thinking. Now I'm feeling that right there. That thing, I'm loving that. So tell me a little bit more about that right there.
Alternative Thinking, I wrote some of the lyrics first, and I created the track for that. And I wanted to make a track that was motivational. It was almost like a motivational speaker speaking, but using hip hop and spoken word poetry and music that sounded like a music score, and just wrap it all in together, and it was just, I really had fun with it, and I was talking to myself on that. I was like, motivate myself, and then I would play it for people, and they would get motivated by it also. So I was like, hey, let me just spread that around then. It's kind of what I do. I write for myself a lot, but then I share it with my fam, and others get inspired by it. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Definitely.
I know that you, for one, have been able to use the technology of the Internet, Twitter, Facebook, forums like this, social networks like this, to certainly inspire and help people clarify consciousness, because right now there's a lot of things coming at us. There's a lot of confusion that's promoted through the media. A lot of fear is oftentimes interjected, and we're not even conscious of it. But you've been able to use your art and your gift of communication to really help bring clarity for people. I mean, I'm one of those folks who's certainly been a recipient or able to benefit from the inspiration that you share. And you say even in some of the things I've seen out there that I am inspiration. So I know you actually live that, you declare it, and it is so. I want to share something with you. You shared with me in terms of describing you a little bit, because I think this is profound. I'm just going to go ahead and read it in your own words. It says, and this is from your Facebook page, right? It says, "We are infinite beings. Absolute infinity is within you and I. It is preserved over space and time and through transformation. It is proven mathematically, mayat, thematically, by Dr. Gabriel Oyibo in his Gagut equation, or G-A-G-U-T, Gagut. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but either way, in that equation, which is Gij.J equals 0. Everyone and everything in the seen universe is a manifestation of the mind of G-O-D, which is divine source energy. That source energy is in each and every one of us. Know your divine self. Eternity is within you. Infinite love, fam. family, on this beautiful day, I see you. So I certainly give thanks for you sharing that energy with us, and as you always end a lot of your quotes with I see you, just certainly recognizing that inherent oneness, that relationship there. So you are altering our thinking in that way. So I just wanted to acknowledge that, because these words are very powerful, and I know every word has meaning. I know that you weigh them out carefully, like my art, naturally. So
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes,
now, I know also today you set something out there I just wanted to share with people as well, looking for 444 people who still believe that dreams do come true. Tell us a little bit about that. Speak about that.
I started that group and on Facebook just to see how many adults within my social network circle would join a page like that. And interesting thing, I'm gonna go off course or road for just a second and I'll come back. But I have personally seen a shift in consciousness and felt and sensed a shift in consciousness amongst people on this earth and people within my own circle over the last several years. And I say the shift in consciousness is online and offline. And I do things like that sometimes just to see, where my other selves are, because we are each other's other selves, and that equation that Dr. Oyibo came up with, it actually says that mathematically. The one source, the divine, the all, as it's spread out, everything, all the essence that's within that one divine source is in everything that appears, that's seen and unseen. So, I put these messages out sometimes and to see where everybody in my circle is at currently. So I started that group on Facebook, and I originally started saying that I wanted to see if there were 333 people who still believe that dreams can come true. And it got up to 333. Then I increased the number to 444. And it did briefly get to 444. It dipped below it to about 439 members right now.
Okay.
But it shows that there are still some dreamers out there, and I believe that is a good thing, because we have to continue to dream. We have to continue to use our imagination. And I firmly believe as we continue to dream and live the dream, then the actions become automatic. Everything is energy. We're all energy. Everything, if anybody that's listening to this right now, if you just look around you right now at everything around you, everything is energy. It's dynamic energy. Even if it looks like it's still, it's moving. And everything around you and within you. And it's divine energy. The one source is in us all. It's in every atom. It's in every quark and lepton that's within your body. And energy behaves in certain ways. And for us to continue to create and recreate our world, we have to continue to dream. If we get stuck and not dream and just look at what is and what's in front of us all the time, and sometimes we do have to work with what is just in front of us, but if we always do that, then we'll get stuck in a certain so-called reality. But as we continue to dream and use our imagination and visualize, we will create our world and recreate our world energetically first, and then the actions, which is, actions, will physically change the world also. And I'm not talking about changing the world as far as, the world is a horrible place, we all need to change it. I'm talking about it in a sense that we are all creators. It's dynamic. We're supposed to do this. We're supposed to engage in the fun of this, of creating and recreating our world. So I created that group to see, where folks were at in my circle, and I have to say, there are things when I wrote that song, Alternative Thinking, a while back. And when I wrote it, people would tell me literally, I like the way it sounds. I love the beat. It's positive and upbeat, but I don't know what you're talking about, you know. And as far as the circle that I've built around me, and not even a circle I built around me, but just what I hear on a day-to-day basis, that type of thinking is prevalent amongst many people, and it's growing. So I'm real excited about that.
Yeah, it's definitely a awakening happening. You know, I mean, speaking of dreams, you know, the show focuses on helping people understand the signature of their nature or their natural purpose. What does this mean for people? It means, okay, everything in creation has a signature, an imprint, if you will, on its purpose and destiny. Now, you specifically happen to be the blue overtone hand, kin number 187. That's each of these 260 different signatures. The beauty of it is they're equally profound, and yet without any one of them, the entire system would fail. So you can't remove any one of them. They're all equally important. And what I do find is the accuracy with which they actually show up. Now, your signature represents radiance and empowerment. Now, you as a motivational speaker, a writer, an artist, you are doing just that. You're radiating your energy for the purpose of healing, and there's accomplishment in that. All of that is contained in your signature specifically, so I know that it's very relevant and certainly accurate from what I know. And obviously it's more about speaking a person's own intuition, their own inner knowing, because nobody knows Gagnez better than Gagnez, obviously. Right. So I just certainly find it remarkable to see the relevancy, the synchronicities that do arise, and as you say, more and more people around you are making this shift. They're riding this wave, and if not, hopefully the more effort that we put out through creativity will inspire others to come to their own place of recognition, because it is about self-empowerment, self-motivation, self-initiation in regard to the whole. We're not obviously here in isolation. We're here as part of a concerted effort, and a lot of people are waking up to the oneness of that. And I really appreciate that quote, and particularly with that, the idea of the mathematical awareness of the divinity, looking at the equation as it's presented in that statement by Dr. Oyibo. And it's interesting because it brings to mind another such mathematical statement that says T factored by E equals art. That's referred to as the law of time. So T represents time or synchronicity, factored by or multiplied by E, which you'll appreciate is energy, right? Or anything of the material phenomena. Anything of the material phenomena, as you told people, look around you. Everything we see, everything we are that we can actually experience is energy. And then T factored by E equals art. So art is actually the outcome of factoring synchronicity and matter, that you actually have art, or in other words, beauty, that everything is lending itself to creating beauty. And that's the awareness of consciousness that's in tune to nature, because nothing in nature is actually ugly. Everything in nature is inherently beautiful. And so that's the invitation for people also in beginning to explore and step into a greater expression of their creative purpose in being here. I want to ask you really quickly, because we have a few more minutes with you, I want to ask you to speak a little bit more to the energy of money, because I know you do reference that in some of your posts to help bring a greater perspective for people, that we can really begin to end money as energy, because I know that's one of the things that tends to challenge us, looking at money and the challenge with money and the appearance of not having enough and any of that. What is some helpful insight that you can provide listeners relative to money and how we best work with that energy?
All right, here's a couple things. I'll start with defining it, what it is, and then I'll go into the natural cycles that affect us as individuals, because we're part of the whole, but then we have an individual program that's within us that allows us to experience certain things. so that we can go back and report to the whole. So money is basically moon energy. Money is a reflection of source energy. It can be likened to just like we have this wonderful alignment going on right now with Jupiter and Venus and the moon. And a lot of people can go right outside and see it. The sun is illuminating the moon, and we get that energy from the moon. We can pull certain energy from the sun in the daytime, and then in the nighttime we can also pull in that lunar energy. Well, money is a reflection of the creativity of society as a whole. There are people that try to do funny stuff with money and use it as an instrument of debt and those type of things, but those things are good to be aware of, but it's not the best to focus on. Now, when we view money as a medium of exchange, that's when it gets better for many of us who are, having hiccups with money. And that's how we should view it. We should view it as a reflection of the energy, creative output, even if we're creating a product, some craft work with our hands, and we go to sell it. That's the word that most people use, but basically it's an exchange of energy. If you're putting it out there and someone would like to take that item home with them, then you exchange energy for it. And that energy could be in the form of Federal Reserve notes. It could be pieces of gold, pieces of silver, pieces of copper. It can be in exchange for another work of art. It could be, all kinds of things that you can exchange for it. I recently did an exchange with a real cool person that has his name is Dr. Nebhet Rule, who makes these awesome energetic pyramids, and they have all these awesome stones in it and gold flakes in it, and it's a prosperity pyramid. And I did I did an iPhone app for him in exchange for the pyramid. So that's an energy exchange right there, And
he's going to be a guest on the show too.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I love what he's doing too. He's doing some amazing things. But those pyramids, I say get one from him. It works. Of course, you put your own intent and energy into it, but it works. The energy builds and it fills your home with the prosperity that you invite into your home. But if you look at money as a reflection of creative energy, then I guarantee you you more than likely have less hang-ups about money, because of a lot of us folks who are creative, a lot of us artists, we do have those hang-ups because we're like, this is my creativity, this is my baby, I'm creating this thing. I don't necessarily want to sell it for money. However, you want to put it out there so other people can enjoy it. So in order to do that, then and allow you to keep doing your art, supporting yourself, because we all spend money daily, whether we want to or not, then we allow us to keep the flow going. And money is energy, and there's all these little trick words that's associated with money that if we pay attention to, we'll know that the money that we have in our pockets that's issued by governments, it's a spell. It's a money spell. I mean, it's called currency. Energy flows in the current. When you know how energy works, like electricity is repelled from the negative, and it's attracted to the positive. You notice on the mainstream news, they'll come on the news and scare you about something. Oh, this new thing is out, and you got to run down to the store and get this new shot or whatever. And people run down there and pay for it, or pay for all this medicine. It's that being repelled from the negative, then attracted to the solution, the positive. So they use these things on people, and they're caught into this whole negative aspect of generating income, and it works. It's possibly not going to work for too much longer because the energy is changing in the galactic plane where we are in the solar system, in the universe. So it's going to be a different energy that's going to attract currency that's going to be here real soon, and it's good for people to start practicing new money habits right now, so that when it comes, and all these folks that's used to generating currency on fear, and it's not going to work anymore, they're not going to know what to do. But
absolutely,
that, you know,
wow, that's profound.
Yeah, and if you look on the back, you take if you're in the United States, look on the back of a dollar, and you see all of these words, and you got to remember every word, every letter is a sigil. Every word is a spell. You know, that's why you taught how to spell in school, and that's what's on the money. So it's a reason why it just slips out of your hand, and it goes back to the source of those who created it. You know, that's what energy does. It goes back to the source. So what you put out, you get back. What you got to know how to do is change the energy of the currency and the money that you get, so you become the source. So it'll come back to you. It'll circulate back to you. And those
sounds
are the
like
things
transmutation right there.
Right. And there's certain techniques and certain meditations and things that a person can do to, you know, to use that mental alchemy and those internal energies to alter that spell, so you become the source.
Okay.
Put it out.
Ashe. Well, I tell you what, we have very little time yet together on the show, but I want to do a little review of what you're saying, because you're sharing a lot of powerful information right now. So money is moon energy. Let's pay attention then, because we're also dealing with the idea that time is art. We're shifting, transmuting this energy from time as money, essentially, which has been a falsified version of taking and making debt out of our creative currency, and shifting, transmuting into the fact that our creative energy is the value. So time is art. Time is not money. Time is art. This is a part of the transmutation for people. Let's look at today's energy also. We're talking about red cosmic moon. So money is moon energy, 13 moon synchronicity, calendar, relative to the creative flow that's actually quite even when you deal with creativity, building the foundation for your home, like I said a little while ago. And then also looking at that alignment of Jupiter and Venus that's happening right now. For people who know astronomy, they understand also the metaphysical reality that Jupiter is the magnification, it's the enlarging of any energy. So that energy could be positive, negative, what have you, but the fact is Jupiter is going to magnify it, and it's in this alignment. Venus represents the creativity, the feminine nature. And the 13-moon calendar is also based on a 28-day cycle, the feminine cycle, fertility cycle of creation and birth. So then we're looking at the moon. We're looking at we're looking at the universal water, which is indicated in today's signature as I seal the process of universal water. One thing about water, it's always returning home. It's always returning to source. So similarly, as you just said, this energy, it's always returning to its source, which in this case can be us if we so choose, because we can put ourselves in the position of source in relationship to that, to transform this energy that's otherwise being usurped and abused, but we can shift that with consciousness. There's nothing more than that right now, the power of our thoughts. And I want to just share one affirmation that you also share with people that I think is really profound, and it's something that people need to say early and often. And I'll say it and share it with folks right now. I am healthy, wealthy, prosperous, and abundant, mentally, spiritually, and physically. I am one with health, wealth, prosperity, and abundance, mentally, spiritually, and physically. I easily manifest health, wealth, prosperity, and abundance for myself and others. I easily manifest health, wealth, prosperity, and abundance within myself and others. Feel it, meditate, embrace the energy. I see you. In the words of Gagnez. So, brother, I tell you what, we give supreme thanks for your time and your presence on Sound Synchronicity. For folks that want to get in touch with you, I'm going to encourage them to Facebook.com, right, /GAGNEZ.
Correct.
Is that one? That's one way. And then also, if folks would like to participate in the open group on Facebook. I bet I can find 444 adults who still believe that dreams can come true. I encourage people to do that. And there were 439 members as of this moment. Please be encouraged out there. If you're listening to this show, go and join that group, because it's a part of a collective consciousness, and through sympathetic resonance, we're going to raise this whole planet. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to thank you again, my brother, for being on the show, and I'm going to actually ask you to come back again, because I know there are many other things you have to share with folks, and we can really take a whole show to explore this concept and the energy surrounding currency, surrounding creative source energy that people do call money, that we'll now call moon energy. It's a reflection of the creative source itself. So give thanks, my friend.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to get together and do this again and do some other things. Because I just wanted to say that there is what I found, using Dr. Oyibo's equation, there's a natural pulse, a natural frequency that runs through the planet. And each one of us, we have our own energy signature. And just like the galactic signature with the 13-month moon calendar helps you to find that galactic signature, we individually have our own energetic signature. And there are certain times within our lives that we're more prosperous financially than others. There are certain months, there are certain times of day. And using that formula, I found that every person has this pulse, and we have to get together and talk about that, and even get together and discuss that further.
Yes.
You and I. And
most definitely. We certainly will. We certainly will do that very thing right there, my friend. Well, I'll tell you what, again, thank you, Brother Gagnez, for joining us on Sound Synchronicity tonight, and we look forward to connecting with you soon. Again, for listeners, facebook.com/Gagnez, Gagnez. Be sure to go ahead Facebook, tell them that you heard about it here on Sound Synchronicity, and we look forward to more great things coming forth from you, brother. Peace and love.